Alright folks, in my humble opinion, this is maybe the most important lesson of them all when it comes to getting you feeling comfortable in your new environment. PowerPoint 2007 is way different from anything you've seen before, and it all has to do with this UI. So we now have a ribbon that has tabs like the Home tab and so on. On the Home tab, you see below we've got groups, and in those groups we've got commands. Now the first time I used this application, I was searching for some of the simplest commands that I was used to using and finding under the File menu, such as Open. Well, right from here, even on the Home tab, there's no Open button. We now know we have to go to the Office button to find a lot of those commands that we used to find on the File menu. But if I want to print, it means I have to click the Office button. I have to click Print. I have to come over here and choose which kind of print I want to use. In the old days, we go up to the toolbar and we click the print icon. Well, we now have this quick access toolbar up at the top, and by default it really only has a save, undo, and then the redo or repeat command. But the neat thing is that we can add to it, and that's what we're going to focus on in this lesson, modifying your quick access toolbar to give you some of those most frequently used commands and narrow down the number of clicks that you need to get to a command. So there's a couple different ways we can add commands to the quick access toolbar. The easiest way is to click the drop down just to the right of the last button. When we click that, you'll see that the check marks showing up next to save, undo, and redo represent the buttons that are already there. But for example, if we do spelling on a regular basis, we can click spelling and it now shows up on our quick access toolbar. How about open? Alright. How about print? Well, if we click this drop down, all we have is a print preview and quick print. But what about the print dialog box where we get to choose a number of copies and that kind of stuff? It ain't there. So what we can do is actually modify our quick access toolbar in another way. And the easiest way to do that is to go up to the Office button, find the command that you want on the quick access toolbar. So if we go down to print and we come up to print here, without clicking on it, we right click. You'll see from this pop-up menu that any command can be added to the quick access toolbar. So we can do that by clicking it. And we now have our print icon up here. Now another option that you may have seen is that we can modify this quick access toolbar. For example, the order that we see buttons here. Well, we'd have to actually modify that. So from here, when we click the drop down, you can see we've got more commands. And when we click more commands, we also have an option here to customize our quick access toolbar. So if I wanted to add any more buttons, I could. If I wanted to remove some, I could. I'm going to click spelling and remove it. And now I can reorder these. So save should come first, undo, redo. I think open though might be more suited at the top. So with open selected, I'll click the up arrow to move it up to the top. And then I'll put print on the other side of save. That's a good spot right there. So now all I have to do is click OK and see the changes made to my quick access toolbar up here. So obviously we don't want to add too many buttons up here because many of them we can find from the various tabs in the ribbon. And the nice thing about the ribbon is when we click on something such as a graphic or text, then we're going to get the appropriate tools showing up on the ribbon. So a lot of the commands can be found in the ribbon, but those ones that we use that are not found on the ribbon, this is a good place for them up here on the quick access toolbar. Now one other option, another way to get there is to go to the Office button and click on PowerPoint Options. We saw it earlier, it's under Customize, and here's where we can customize our quick access toolbar. We were just there, but we just got to it a different way. One other option for the quick access toolbar, if you prefer to have it below the ribbon instead of on top, you can come down here to the bottom and click this checkbox here. When you click OK, you'll see how it gets moved to underneath the ribbon. I prefer to have it on top, so I'm going to click here on the drop down and choose Show Above. Alright, back where I like it with the buttons I use most often. So that's modifying your quick access toolbar. Remember, if there's commands that you have trouble finding or there's too many clicks in your opinion, right click the command, add it to the quick access toolbar, and then if you need to reorder things, go into Customize.